All right, y'all, what's going on? It's Combo Breaker 99 back for another quick video. All right, y'all, just got done listening to Rose's most recent interview. And I have to say that listening to the interview, just kind of talk about her performance and what she has lined up and, how she kind of looks at the rest of the flyweight division. It really does sound like Rose is ready to get back in the queue. It sounds like she wants to return as soon as possible, take care of a few things, then come back as soon as she can, or, just fight anybody that can get her closer to the title right now. It really sounds like she's found that hunger again and she's on a mission again, which is good. We need that at flyweight, right? We can't have anybody, taking the division another way. It has to be these hungry fighters in top 15, all just fighting each other, trying to get their way to the top, right? I think that the victory over Tracy Cortez definitely helped with confidence and helped her grow in certain areas. And I think that's what gave her what she needed to kind of fall into place and just feel like, okay, this is going to work and this is what I need to do. This is what I need to fight to get me back into title contention. I know the victory ain't the same as Macy Barber. Macy Barber was a bit higher ranked. Macy Barber is on a 6-fight win streak right now, but you can see the level of intelligence and experience Rose is bringing in this division, even against Tracy Cortez, versus some of these other girls. Like you can see like the experience and growth when Rose is turned on, so I had to give her credit after watching that fight. I know, again, there's levels to it, but watching what Rose was doing and how she just kept a cool head even in 5 rounds and just adapted and used Tracy's strengths against her, it just made you say, okay, yeah, like when Rose is turned on and, she's using her intelligence, like this is fun to watch. This could be dangerous for other fighters at flyweight, even the rest of the top 5, So I think that she just needed another victory to kind of give her that, as long as training camp was going well, it didn't matter who the opponent was, Tracy or Macy. I mean, I still want to see what she'll look like against Macy Barber at some point, but just watching what she did against Tracy Cortez turned on and seeing her back into a fight and not look too hesitant, that was a good thing. And that's all I'm saying about Rose. That's all I was saying about her when she was moving up. I didn't really want to see any other distractions in the division, where she was just going to throw herself in there and then say, oh, I want to fight for the title. I want to fight Manon and so on. And if she loses to Manon, she's going to say, I want to fight her again. And then just kind of keep saying, oh, I want to fight Valentina next or somebody, kind of messing up the flow already. You know what I mean? I thought it would be that type of thing, but it was going to take more than that than just say, oh, I want to jump in just because I'm basing this off of my strawweight experience. But that's all I'm saying with Rose. She just needs to fight her way up and just level up each time. She just needed to follow the process and work her way in and fill out into the division and focus on the title, and then focus on the title, similar to Alexa Grasso. Alexa Grasso was coming up from 115. I know Alexa Grasso wasn't a champ, so maybe her mind state was different where she didn't mind working up. But when you look at both Rose and Grasso, they both came from a once better and skill-heavy division. But still, moving up to 125, it requires muscle, strength, and timing. So, when it came down to it, with Rose being mostly a striker in her later years and just being kind of smaller, she was going to have to do the same thing as Alexa Grasso because, again, it was a grappler-heavy division. These are bigger girls. So, physically, you just had to grow into it. Again, technically, Rose had she has what it takes, but you still need to kind of fill out so you can get acclimated to the division. And that's all I was saying about Rose. Like, she just kind of has to take that blueprint. Maybe not start all the way at the bottom like Alexa Grasso did, because since Rose has been a champion, maybe start somewhere in the middle like she did with Ebos. Then was supposed to fight Barber, but she fought Cortez. But now maybe she can fight somebody else. And then, boom, she'll have her 3 or 4 fights where not only has she grown into the division, but she's gained more experience, right? So that's all it is. That's all it comes down to for what I was saying about Rose, just making her way into the division the right way. But now that she's number 5, I mean, just listening to how she's talking, I mean, she just is showing like a different level now. And I know it was Tracy Cortez, and we still got to see what she look like against some of these other fighters. But when I was looking at that footwork again, man, I don't see too many people handling that footwork the same way. You know what I mean? Like, next to fighters like Alexa Grasso, Manon Fiore, and Valentina, they're the only ones that really understand footwork and distance management when you think about it, right? They really are the ones, like, especially like Grasso and Manon more so, I think, because since they, use angles a lot and they throw more punches and bunches than even Valentina. I think now that Rose is kind of finding her rhythm, she'll be a problem even for fighters like Aaron and Macy. So she's definitely going to be adding something there that's going to be a problem. And now that she's talking like she wants to fight again, because in the recent interview, Rose did say that she doesn't mind waiting. She doesn't mind waiting, but she would like to fight ASAP. Because when they asked the question, if Valentina doesn't accept the fight at the Sphere, would she fight? Rose said, "Oh yeah, she would do that." If Valentina didn't take the fight, she'd be willing to fight that soon against if they offered her the fight. But at the same time, she knows Manon is next for the title shot, which is why she also said, "Hey, I don't mind waiting." And she had some other things to take care of first. But as soon as they throw her a fight, she will get back in the mix. So I know there's a lot of people saying that she deserves the title shot now, like they forgot she lost to Manon, but Rose is going on record now to say that, no, Manon is deserving of the shot. She's 7-0 in the UFC, and she has a win over her, and she is next in line at number 2, right? So it only makes sense that she's next. So there shouldn't be any argument now between fans or like the matchmaker saying, "Oh, who deserves the next shot?" Well, Rose beat Tracy Cortez. Well, is that enough to get a shot? No, of course not, right? So even Rose acknowledges that now, which is good. But speaking of Manon, she did say that that's a fight that she like to get back, which I understand why, because that's her only loss at 125 as of right now, right? So she said at some point, if Manon does fight for the belt and wins the belt, she would like to get that rematch back, after she fights her way into a title shot, right? She said that she would like to make that fight in Lithuania. I don't know if they would make that thing happen, but she said that would kind of make sense, since she had to fight Manon in France. If Manon wins the belt, let's make it happen in Lithuania. But to me, if Manon had the belt, it seemed like they would go back to France again, right? So that's just how I'm thinking about it. But she does want that fight back, and she said that's something that she feels like would happen, I guess, if Manon wins the belt and she fights, maybe, let's say if Rose fought like the loser of Grasso Shevchenko or Macy Barber or something like that, it would just lock her in next for, a title shot in the meantime, right? So, she just said, I'll be waiting back in queue to see what happens. But I'm looking at that fight now, even like the rematch between the Manon and Rose. I think, that fight would happen at some point. I think that fight would make sense at some point, because some rematches, they are like, okay, that doesn't need to happen. The fight was one-sided. Like Manon and Aaron maybe one day down the line, like years from now, but that wouldn't need to happen because that was like a total sweep, right? Of course, Aaron would want it back at some point. She fought her way back to a title shot. But somebody like Rose, who made the fight a little bit more competitive and just came in straight at 125 to take on the best, I could understand why she'd want that fight again, and looking back at it now, with it being, a competitive fight, I'm sure she could make it competitive again, maybe even a little bit closer. Do I think she would win? No, I still think Manon would win the fight, but that's just me personally. But with the way Rose is filling out in this division, like I said, as long as she fills out the right way, and she works on her timing and works on her takedown skills even more so here, and she adds a little bit more muscle on, and if her physical strength, is increasing, then she might have a chance. Because right now, I'd say the fight would still go the same way. But if they meet up maybe 2 years from now, then it could be possible. It could be possible if she gets stronger in the division, right? But we'll see, man. I just wanted to talk about that a little bit, where I think Rose fits in. And my thoughts on that, I think, Rose, she's kind of finding her place in the division. And I know I asked that question the other day, like, who do I think would have been better for the division if they won, Tracy or Rose? I felt like Tracy, because she was new blood, which I still think that she's a good addition to flyweight, even though she lost the fight. But at the time I said, okay, if she beats Rose, that's good because she's still a new look. We haven't seen much of her, right? But with Rose winning now and looking good and, talking about fighting for the title and even saying that she's willing to come back in September, and even want to fight Rose and have a Rose Manon rematch, I think, that sounds like she's hungry again. And, that's all I want. That's all I want to see from these fighters, even like Rose. I want to see them just add to the division and, show some fire and some hunger. I don't want somebody just coming in, feeling like, oh, I'll fight when I feel like it, or, I got other things going on and things like that. No, like, if she keeps up this attitude, yes, definitely going to be good for strawweight. Now, who can she fight until then? Aaron Blanchfield, maybe reschedule the Macy Barber fight. Either one of those are kind of good for her to fight. So if she was to win, she can sit back and wait for the results of the next title challenger. Brasso Shevchenko 3. Once that's done, Manon fights, and then boom, Rose, she'll be next in line for that. So yeah, guys, what do y'all think in the comment section? How do y'all feel about Rose being at 125 now? I think as long as she's keeping this attitude and her skills carry her, and they can, they tend to, as long as her skills are here and her strength continues to increase in the division, I have no problem with it. But guys, let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Make sure y'all subscribe and hit the like button. Combo Breaker 99, I'm out. Peace.